Ugh. Dear Lord. Do that. Scooby Dooby Doo. Well, ugh. How's everyone doing? Higher up, huh? I can roast your name. Is what I'll try to do. Your little Twitter handle, TikToky hand. Or you can give me a topic. See, most comics sell themselves out and lose all artistic integrity going to Saudi Arabia. I'm doing it for a sub on YouTube. We're totally different. I can do political jokes, sports jokes, observational jokes. If you're like, why are you doing this? It helps me write jokes. I come up with a few ideas on the last stream already. So I'm going to look back on that one. I've already downloaded it. And I think there's some good stuff. You look older than 10. Yeah. I'm older than the internet. Back in my day. Ointment from Turkey. It's, hey dude, writing in from Majestic Ghana. There was an interesting topic you brought up about ointment from Turkey. What's it called again? I don't know, but it didn't take care of the rash. The rash got worse. It's everywhere now. It's everywhere. But yeah, you give me a topic, and maybe we can make fun of it if you laugh. You give me a sub, helps me do subs. What was it called? I, I don't know. It was pink. It smelled like aloe vera and regret, and it didn't help the rash out at all. Elijah, first day on the internet for you? You're lost? You don't know where you parked your car and internet superhighway? You brought janitors. I was never a janitor. Ain't nothing wrong with being a janitor. Roast me. Your name looks like a cheap metal album that I'd buy out of a trunk of a car. Like, your name looks like a metal album that still, a metal band that still sells CDs. That's the most SoundCloud name I've ever seen. Only thing missing out of your name is a studded belt and daddy issues. Don't be rude. For an American bloke, you're not funny. I understand, Elijah. I was, huh. You got offended. I apologize, Elijah. I thank you. I have both. I figured. So, well, tell Elijah from Ghana, he's really in about this dick ointment. Um, but it didn't work. So, CJ said hi, CJ. But yeah, I can roast your name. That's about it. Do you want a tipped Riddle for a $500 donation? No. That sounds like a scam. Give it to, why don't you just give $5 to a homeless person? Gary, and we'll consider it funny. Because you're funny. I appreciate it. Do a great job. No, I'll do a mediocre job and get paid the same. It's American way. Show the claws. Rawr. Those are my manly claws. Here's my feminine claws. Meow. Get your feet out, mate. Well, yeah, I can. I'm actually, for a big dude, pretty limber. I can get my feet out right here. Got pretty good toes. What's that? What's that? I got athlete's foot? That doesn't make sense. I'm not even an athlete. Zinger. Gary, I've been doing this all day. Well, if you want to, I'll answer your riddle for $500. You can give me 500, whatever, rubies, whatever, Facebook, YouTube currency that I don't get. Great job at making the dream. This is a nightmare. There is no dream. There is no dream. This is a nightmare. And I'm just waiting for Freddy Krueger. Meow. This kitten's got claws. Oh, that was fun. I got shows this Saturday if you're near St. Louis or Southern Illinois. Come check it out. It's at the Buzzbead in Troy, Illinois, 7 p.m. I painted my claws. I did that back in the day. I was a big fan of Korn. I appreciate it, CJ. I'll try. Big fan of Korn, the new metal band. So they had all black, and then one was clear white. And I did that for a little bit. Ghostface thing, nice. My wife's got hers. I was real into. I really wanted to keep doing it, but honestly, my stepdad in the area at the time did not approve of a male painting his nails. Wasn't really. I mean, hell, let's be honest, not really too acceptable now, depending on what part of the country you are. But at the time, I didn't really have understanding parents. So, yeah, who the fuck cares now? But at the time, my parents were usual slurs. You hear that and all that bullshit that comes with it. But I just thought it was cool. I was like, dude, it's black. It's black nail polish. Who cares? But hey, when you have a stepdad, it comes with stepdad territory. It's like stepdad territory. Roast me, I dare you. CJS. You sound like a defunct game console that you would pay from Temu. Like, your grandma would get you the CJS. Isn't this what you wanted? I got Call of Modern Duty Warfare for it. Like, you sound like a knockoff game console. with 620 retro games already built in. Wow. Get the CJS today. Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool. That's rocking. It's a good business, honestly, too. No matter what, if you're doing nails, my wife gets her nails done, and it's $100. She pays $200 a month. Some guy, some woman does it, so it doesn't matter who. But so and that's just think about it, that's one client. I thought the CJS was pretty funny. That's it. What is it? For coming to the CJS. Fortnight of Duty. Yes, Fortnight of Duty coming to the CJS. You should. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Get fucking excited. Flip those nails off. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Some of the things, like my parents were consistently wrong growing up. Like some of the things I wanted to do was well before the time they told me that you would never make money at it and you'd be a loser. Like I wanted to be basically gonzo journalist. I wanted to be Andrew Zimmern before Andrew Zimmerman or Anthony Bourdain. And I wanted to do it from a Larry the Cable Guy's perspective, which is basically every kick streamer now. And then I was so good at Tony Hawk and a few other games, I wanted to do playthroughs for him and sell the playthroughs. And everything was journalistic or artistic endeavor, and they just keep telling me, well, how are you going to pay your bills? You just want to be homeless, you just want to be a fucking bum. And so that's why, like, it took me forever just to attempt stand-up comedy, because I was pre-programmed to think if I attempted some sort of artistic endeavor, I would be homeless, poor, and starving. Which is probably, I'm not going to say not the case, but it is a more rewarding life in a lot of cases. I haven't talked to my parents in almost a decade. My mom's still alive. My bio father's still alive, but I haven't talked to him in almost 30 years. The person I called dad, he passed away last year. And that was wild because I called him father, looked up to him, and I didn't even get an invitation to his cremation or any of that stuff. I didn't know he passed away till a week later, but someone got hold of me. And that was just the icing on the cake. I realized, well, hell, family's family. Nah, it's my last name. My last name's Tim Loss. I'm not gonna gain anything. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. He wasn't my father. He was just the man that raised me, and that was the sobering thing. You realize sometimes the connections you put on other people, it's one-sided. And my mom's just insane. An alt-right wing, conservative, Christian white nationalist that doesn't go to church and smokes a lot of weed. I was like, really, Mom? That's a wild combo. Wise words. My mom actually, I won't get into it, but she loved her dog more than me and most anyone in the house. It was Coco, a chocolate lab. And her house caught on fire. And I remember the story was, I wasn't there, but if the story correct, she grabbed the dog, Coco, ran outside and yelled to my dad, "You better wake up and get yourself. I grabbed the dog. It's all on your own." So, yeah, my whole family was a bunch of undiagnosed mental illness people. So I learned you can still love them. You don't have to be there. One of my aunts said this a long time ago, and it makes, I can love you at afar, meaning I don't have to be there every day to know I love you. And I love them. They're just flawed people that I can't talk to, you know. The avert dog whistles, and it's really weird when you see. It's also, I've seen all these people at their worst, and they have a high horse. I'm like, dude, why are you on your high horse? You got it from Rent One. You don't even have credit to own a horse. Shut the fuck. So it's weird where my family comes from in many aspects. I've been doing comedy 10 years, and my family total has only been to 2 shows out of 500. So, not much a lot of support. But who needs them? I've been doing I'm married now, I got family. I've been doing comedy for 10 years. I got a show this Saturday, 500 shows. You know what you should do? More comedy. I got a podcast that just recently dropped called Pardon My News, where me and other comics debate nonsensical things. You can find that on my page now. I have I have a series of shorts where me and my fake cousin wife Helen explore the internet together. You can check out. Right now, we're currently in the it's called Halloween or Halloween, and we're doing that. That's fun. You can check me on TikTok for more political discussion if you like that, and Facebook if you're a boomer and you're old like me. It's like, I don't want to see pictures of his kids. I've done it all in comedy. I just every time I get to a plateau point, I choose the wrong thing, or I'm too outspoken and kind of burn a bridge. Like most big celebrities, just because you fucking were on TV or something, I tend to not give a fuck if you're disrespectful to me. I tend to call it out, and that gets me in trouble. You know. Yeah, I'm here. Damn. What should I do? I agree. I'm always up for ideals. I'm humbled. Look at my teeth and face. Have to be humbled when you look like this. I'm currently booking 2026 national tour. So if you want me in your area, hey, find a venue that'll pay me, and I'll come. I'll come to your bar mitzvah, family reunion, bowling alley, nursing home. I've done all of those actually. I was starting to think like, yeah, I've done them all. Nursing home is probably the worst one. Nursing home's probably the worst gig because it's dead silent and they just stare at you. Okay. I like how you had the caps lock on. That's not creepy at all. Is this the beginning of an ARG? Instead of Slender Man, we got Fat Man. Instead of Siren Head, we got Diabetes Eyes. No, I'm fine. Talk about farts. Yeah, I can. Uh, I farted one time and it was so bad because I used to work at a grocery store. So at a grocery store and they made me be a checkout person. That's crazy. This face is not the last person you want to see, but hey, that's what they did. So people were coming in and I really had to go to the bathroom, so I was holding in. Some gas came out and I remember I farted, and the people by the office smelt it, and they thought the plumbing backed up again. So, like, my one fart smelled like 1,000 asses backing up. So, I thought that was funny. even though no one's there. Ah, okay. Man, look at that. That is an obscene amount of nose hairs. Look at that big one right there. Massive. You can find Cthulhu in my nose. I lost likes. Someone unliked it. Jeez. We went through a rage of emotions. There we go. Now we're liking it back. That's you're coming off a little needy. I can't watch the video and do live streaming at the same time. Plus, you didn't give me a link. Plus, we're not friends. Plus, you didn't sub. Yeah, but I don't want to get off live. Go watch your, I'm sure, very artistic black and white cringe video. Wow, you must think I'm living the big life. How many devices do you think I have? It's fucking night here. You want me to look up some bullshit using the Roku? Nah. How many videos and subs you have? Not just making conversation. Like, I was really hitting a streak. I got like almost 2,000 followers in about, I'd say, 4 to 6 months. And I just stopped. And then I haven't been. 2 subs, 1 vid. Alright. Sounds like an ARG. What's the video called? I have a feeling it's just a video of my house. Like, are you across the street? Like, that's the vibe you're coming off with all the caps and heavy. I can feel the heavy breathing. Um, but it's a nice house, though, right? Surprised I own it, too. Look what up. You haven't even given me the title of the video. That's the catch line for his ARG. Look it up and watch. Yeah, that seems about right. That's the most ARG title to it. You what was I can smell ARG dot MP4 JPEG taken? Can use that as the title. That's oh, I could tell you with 100% certainty. I'm never going to look that up or watch it. It sounds void of anything cool. It sounds nah. Nah. Appreciate it though. Appreciate you putting a hard sell on your video, but no. No. I like that song Epic by Faith No More though. Fortnite and Roblox new. It sounds like you're young and you shouldn't be here. CJ, why are you it is late, you should be going to school. Any joke I have about that would not be appropriate for your age. How about that? Let's just go ahead and just leave Fortnite and Roblox. You know, if I was, I'll tell, we used to play Fortnite and Roblox when I was younger, but what we had was we would go outside with toy pew pews and we'd go around play cops and robbers and stuff like that. And then instead of Roblox, we had Legos. Or a very bossy girl in the neighborhood who liked making games up. That's basically Roblox. If you have a real bossy, artistic girl in the neighborhood, then she's going to think of games and arbitrary rules all day. You'll be fun. But like I do have two jokes I could say about that, but I just don't feel comfortable because usually when you bring that up, you got school the next day. Yeah, Fortnite's fine, dude. Like I'm not saying Fortnite's bad. What I'm saying is you sound like you're under the age of 18, and it should be weird. It's a little weird. So, and don't engage with anyone else here in the chat. You shouldn't be talking to anyone on the internet for the most part. What makes you think you're a kid? The 1,000 hours on Fortnite. Most people that have a job and family don't have 1,000 hours to put on a game. I've been playing Stardew Valley for a year and I only got 73 hours on it. So before though, I could probably put 5,000 hours in Clone Hero, Guitar Hero, back when I was younger, when I was a kid. I wouldn't say kid acting like a kid. I was like couch hopping and playing video games, so I was really jamming. But Fortnite, that's you're probably 14. CJ, you're probably 14 to 17, and it's creepier up here, and I shouldn't even be like talking to you. I keep putting the settings at 18 or over, but well, then stop playing Fortnite. 1,000 hours in the game. How about you spend like 5 hours asking that girl or someone you think you want to have more time with out on a date? 1,000 hours on Fortnite. Jesus. You know, it was weird when I was growing up. I grew up in the Nintendo, Super Nintendo age. So, like, I never thought games would finish. What is your job? Is YouTube? No, I'm a stand up comedian. Um, I'm a stand up comedian. I perform live. I make a humble money doing that. Probably not too much to live off of, but I'm married and I help support the family in many other ways. If your job is a Fortnite YouTuber, then I'd have to say your job's almost over. If your job's a Fortnite YouTuber, like no one really who streams and does that anymore. Like it's almost like a Roblox streamer. And if you're over a certain age still doing that, it comes off a little weird in different ways. CJ said hi. Played Uno earlier. Won. Bingo. Bingo bango. That's what remembers me of my grandmother telling jokes. So that should be fun. Dude. But you can have them in the foreground. Or I can have them on top of the can. That won't work. Hey, Skinny. How you doing, brother? Or sister? Or that cool person? This haircut reminds me of the bowl haircut you had in middle school. How's it going? Ebbs and flows. I don't know how the subs are doing. We're trying to make it to 10K, and I have a little bit of insomnia, so I thought I would do this for a little bit. Try to think of new jokes to write. I think I got a new one about grandmother. Um, Playing cards and stuff like that. So pretty good. Yeah, that's okay. Where am I living? Well, I was living in a trailer park and don't live there anymore, so I'm currently using my Starlink as I hop through abandoned house to abandoned house. I think I'm currently behind an old family video. That's not a family video anymore. I'm currently at the Lonely Lonely non-video. You could be Joker. No, I couldn't be a comic book character. I could be homeless. The Joker. Who wants to be the fucking Joker? Dirty all the time. Probably smells like cat piss. Who would ever want to be the Joker? It's the dumbest thing I've heard today. Who idolizes the Joker? Almost 50 plus years of media about the Joker out there, and you're like, yeah, seems like a good guy. You live alone? I don't know, there's other homeless people around. So it just depends. Like currently there's, I think Trevor over there in the corner taking a dump. Probably ate a bad can of beans. Hey Berserk, you're back. Back again. Berserk is back. Tell his probation officer he's probably not allowed to be here. Or she, because it's Berserk Jane. Ooh. No, I don't. I don't have anyone I share my tent with. Skinny. Hmm. That's. You sound like you're a trucker. Is that how you talk to lot lizards? That's the weirdest sentence I've heard. Is this what TikTok's about? They're just like get people on live so they can get doxxed. That makes sense. Well, to be fair, most Americans aren't pretty good at English either. Oh, you're in Russia. Why do you like Putin so much? Like, in his dictator bullshit? Like, you know he poisoned and corrupt and brought you in a frivolous war. Like, why do you like. Your guy kind of sucks. And your guy made it, and like. And is friends with our president, which is a little weird, but like. Why do you like riding horseback without a shirt? I would say Russian people don't support him, but it seems like they overwhelmingly do. So, like, seems odd to me. I think it's Americans, so for, well, don't insult the Russians. We don't, fuck Russia. What else can we do? It's all politics. Uh, Load up the camels and go to the capital? Yeah, that's how Egypt did it. Most countries that have a rebellion usually you do it like that's, or I don't know, get someone to poison Putin, like he got someone else. Like it's not that hard. Being complacent, going, oh well, the authoritarians are going to authoritate, means you're licking boots. not like getting in there deep, but definitely licking some crud off. Like you gotta understand, like Russia's, yeah, transalien. Well, I just say like, of course, you know, I mean, like do something. Like Egypt didn't have anything of what you have in Russia right now, I guarantee you, and they still overthrew Gaddafi. Wildest thing I ever saw on CNN was a bunch of rebels on a fucking camels going through the thing. And then you got some, was it the country that outlawed social media that's going on right now? So, no, I just don't. You Russian guys, Russian people seem to really like Putin. It's fucking weird. Putin's like really a bad dude for democracy and everything involved. You Russians treat Putin like the Americans treat Charlie Kirk over here. It's really weird. Well, this has been fun. Another great hour here.